One of the biggest causes of freight damage, delays, or rejections at delivery doesn't happen on the road. It happens before the truck even shows up. Freight preparation is one of those things that seems simple until it's not. Palletizing, labeling, securing, and documenting everything correctly is what makes the difference between a clean delivery and a costly claim. Let's start with the basics. Palletizing. Pallets aren't just for forklift convenience. They protect your freight from floor damage, making it easier to stack, and helps keep your load secure during transit. Use good quality, undamaged pallets. Broken or weak ones are just asking for problems. Stack your freight evenly, keeping the weight distributed and avoiding any overhang. Overhanging boxes are more likely to get crushed, torn, or cause damage to other freight. You want to wrap everything tightly with industrial grade stretch film, and don't forget to top wrap, especially if you're dealing with multiple stops or LTL shipments. Use corner boards or straps if your freight needs extra stability. The goal is simple: keep everything together and upright from point A to point B. Labeling is essential for shipping preparation. Every pallet and every individual piece, if it's shipping loose, needs a clear, legible label with the shipper and consignee information, PO or reference number, and piece count. When I say clear, I mean don't bury it under wrap, don't handwrite it with a dying marker, and don't assume they'll figure it out. Or LTL or multiple stop shipments. Labels are even more important. A missing or incorrect label can cause your freight to end up on the wrong truck or stuck at a terminal. Some shippers also include do not stack or fragile labels when appropriate, but only use those when they're truly necessary. Overuse makes them less meaningful. Label it like you're not going to be there to explain it. If your freight includes non palletized items like large equipment, machinery, or irregularly shaped goods, then securement becomes even more important. These loads need to be strapped down to a skid or blocked in a way that prevents movement in transit. Use shrink wrap, ratchet straps, blocking, and bracing, whatever is appropriate for the weight and shape of the item. Don't forget protection. If there are sensitive components like glass, electronics, or painted surfaces, use foam, padding, or edge guards. A good rule of thumb: secure it like it's going on a flatbed, even if it's not. If your shipment shifts during transit, it's not just a damage risk, it's a liability. The bill of lading, BOL, is your freight's passport. If it's incomplete or inaccurate, your shipment can be delayed, misrouted, or even rejected. Make sure your bill of lading includes correct pickup and delivery addresses, accurate pieces and weight counts, descriptions of the freight, special instructions if applicable, PO or reference numbers that match what the receiver is expecting. Keep a printed copy available for the driver and a digital copy for yourself. If you're shipping across borders, you'll also need customs paperwork like a commercial invoice or certificate of origin. But in all cases, paperwork matters. Preparing the pickup site is one of the most overlooked steps, but it matters greatly. Is there enough space for the truck to maneuver? Is there a dock? Forklift access? Are there pallets staged and ready to go? Time is money for carriers. If they show up and you're not ready, or if the site isn't safe or accessible, you risk delays, extra charges, or a refused pickup. Communicate clearly with your broker or carrier about what is to expect, and confirm appointment times in writing when possible. If you're shipping LTL, your freight class determines pricing, and it has to be accurate. Freight class is based on four factors: density, stowability, handling, and liability. If you understate your class to get a cheaper rate, you may end up with a reclass charge later, and that usually costs more than doing it upright the first time. Use a freight class calculator or ask your broker to help you determine the correct class before you ship. Always double check NMFC codes and descriptions for what you're shipping. Trust me, it's cheaper to get it right the first time. Freight prep isn't the flashiest part of logistics, but it's one of the most important. Doing it right, from palletizing and labeling to documentation and pickup readiness, can mean the difference between seamless shipment and an expensive mistake. And in this industry, an ounce of prevention really is worth a pound of cure. If you've got questions about how to prep your freight, or if you need help figuring out the best approach for your specific shipments, I'm happy to help. This is what I do: protect your freight and your bottom line.